Hi, welcome or welcome back. Hi, you have reached the New Year Review where we talk about books and all bookish content. Now, this is the month of February, Black History Month. I like to read an array of genres, but it has to be by black people or for black people. So, one thing I haven't done yet, I have not shared with you guys my reading challenges. If you are new here, I do bookish content, mainly nonfiction books, and I sprinkle in a bit of fiction here and there. I try to even out my palette. But today I want to continue going over my TBR. And I want to share with you the books I read in January. So let's get into it. So, you guys, I need my glasses. So, for so let's get into the my February challenge because I'm kind of behind on sharing that, and I was going to make it a separate video. So I just need you guys to bear with me, and we're going to get through this. I'm sitting um, by the light of the sun in my living room, and when I say I love the warmth of the sun, which is also a book, Isabel Wilkerson. I love sitting by the warmth of the sun. It does something to my spirit. So I just decided I would record it in a different part of my house today. But let's get into this. So February, I have challenges. If you have not seen my challenges video, go under watch under the 2026 reading challenges, and so you will see all the challenges I'm engaging in. If I speak incorrectly about one, I'm more likely in a future video I will correct it and update it. So if you would like to stay abreast on that information, click like, click subscribe. Okay, then you click share. I don't know, but yeah, subscribe. All the other things you can do as you want. So if you want to keep up, just click subscribe. Now let's go over this 2026 February challenges list. So I want to update you guys on where I'm at, and I will do actually a walkthrough of all of my challenges at the end of the first quarter. So you'll be getting that. You'll be getting that as well. Now the challenges I have. The first one is my Big Book Quarter One Mammoth Challenge. So for every quarter of every year of this year, I'm challenging myself to read a Big Book Mammoth Challenge. And my book for I should have had these ready, you guys. This is just real life. My first book is Frontiers. If I can find it, I may have to pause you guys. Okay, so we're back. This is my quarter one mammoth challenge. This is a book or the history of the Casa tribe in South Africa, and so yeah, I just decided I was going to tackle this early on since winters where I live are pretty cold, and it gives me a lot. I will have more time to be indoors to read this than you know basking in the sun. This book is about, like I said, the Casa tribe. It gives the history of this Casa tribe, the rise and the decline. And so I'm about, I should be, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I should be about 400 pages in, but I'm really about 150 pages in, which is fine because I found myself trying to meet that quota by the end of January, but then I realized I don't want to force myself to try to finish something that I want to absorb and understand and share. So I am at one page 150. The print on this, you guys, and I'm not trying to make excuses. Is really small, and so but that is okay. I am enjoying the text, and so at the end of March, you will get my thoughts of it so far. I'm not promising you guys that I'll be finished with the book. Um, I'm not even going to say more likely. We just don't know what's going to happen. But at this point, that's where I'm at in this book. And that is my Q1 Big Book Challenge. Now, as I said before in previous videos, if I don't finish that one in Q1, I am still going to go to Q2. I will just do like a mixed media type thing where I'm reading and also listen to the audiobook form, because I do want to finish my Big Book Mammoth Challenge for 2026. So that's how that will play out. The next one is, oh, my year-long read of Les Mis. So let me get that. Let me find that. That is in my TBR basket that I have over here, you guys. I don't know if you can see it on the screen, so the cover is still off. I have not put it back on yet. I normally like to put the covers on for the books, but to show you guys which edition I'm reading. But you know what? Forgive me this time. We'll do it better next time. So in my Les Mis challenge, ironically enough, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I did do some media, like I did do some audiobook and read it at the same time, because I did fall behind on this reading, but I am caught up. I am where I should be. And it is going well so far. So you'll be getting a full update on my Les Mis challenge at the end of the first quarter as well. Some of my thoughts on the book at that point were of my reading, where I'm at. And so yeah, we're just going to keep on moving forward. The next challenge I have is my Q1 vlog. Okay, so I have been recording my vlog in tidbits. I did have some problems to the footage earlier, so I had to go back and re-record some of the footage. So we don't know how it's going to turn out, but it's going to turn out, you guys. I promise you guys. I promise myself that I'm going to deliver you guys some vlogs this year. So we're going to do it. And once again, the cover is not on this. I am halfway through this book. I could have finished it, but because I am vlogging, I didn't want to get too far ahead and have to remember some important aspects of the book. So what I'm doing is I'll read and then I'll put my insight in, and then I'll read and then I'll give you guys a little bit of insight. I'm hoping that the vlog doesn't go over an hour, because my goal is to try to make these videos less than a half an hour. But if that's something that you guys, if you guys want to see like an extended, like if you don't care about the length of the vlog, please let me know, because I can probably keep everything in and not have to edit a lot out. But yeah, just let me know. But it's hands down. When I think of Luckerson's writing, I'm always thinking of, he reminds me, his writing is very soulful. And you can tell that those are cultural, like what he's feeling are cultural lived experiences. And so yeah, I'm enjoying taking my time reading the book, but I am reading the book. I'm just going to continue on. Let's look at our next one. Oh, okay. So I have a video coming out about this, but I'm going to share this anyway. I have a rollover TBR, and my rollover TBR are books that I had for the 2025 reading challenges that I did not finish. So those books that I did not finish, I decided to add it to my 2026 rollover challenge. Now, 2025 I did pretty good. I think I got through half the stack, but I'm not going to roll over all of them. Some of them, they're just going to be, you know, I will get to them at a later date, or it may be like a mood read. But I did select a few books from that 2025 TBR to champion this summer. I mean, to champion this year as a rollover book. And that book was Delicate Condition. Let me see if I have that in my TBR basket. I don't have it in my TBR basket. It's like it never happened. Hold on, you guys. Okay, so I can't find it. I started reading the book. It was on my January challenge list, my rollover challenge, and I didn't get to it, so I kind of put it back on my February. However, I do have two books and one that I'm slow reading that I started in 2026. So I'm going to show you guys this in real time. I'm putting the cover back on the books because I kind of feel like you will get an idea of the book. Sometimes I'm a visual um, learner. Like that's just one of the, like if I see something, regardless to where I'm at, if I see it again, I'll kind of remember the visual. But Combi is one of those books that was on my 2025 challenge. I am still reading this, still annotating it. It is very good. Hopefully I will get to this. And I'm reading this, like when I say really slow, I'm reading it slower than I anticipated because I have several books, outstanding books that I'm reading at the same time. And so at some point I will have to put more attention on the books that I didn't finish in my 2025 lineup that I started and I want to finish. And this is one of them. So yes, I am still currently reading this one, Combi. And Combi is about Harriet Tubman's, I'm sorry you guys, about Harriet Tubman's part, her and the enslaved black people of the Civil War and what their part was and her part. And so yes, the slave narratives are very insightful, and I love how the author bounces back and forth with the language of how they may have said something as opposed to how, you know, we may have interpreted, you know, in these days. Another book, so this is Built from the Fire, you guys. This was the book that I showed you guys just previously. Like I said, I like to take my covers off when I'm reading a book, but this is how it looks, which is, once I'm done reading the book, I like to put I like to tape it down. So yeah, the next one, the next one in that one, so that was the one that I'm continuously reading, Delicate Condition. If I could remember to put something up so you all can just see the cover, I am reading that. I really started that one like at the end of February, but then I was reading another book by another author that I was enjoying, and so yeah, I just didn't have enough time to finish both of them. Well, I finished one of them, but I didn't finish both of them. Now, what is the other one? Okay, so this is my second rollover. My second rollover is The Barn by Wright Thompson, and this talks about the parts of the Emmett Till's death that has not been addressed or discovered by testimony of individuals who were there living in Mississippi, Money, Mississippi, when this heinous murder happened. You guys, I have a cat on my porch. I didn't tell you all, but I feed the local neighborhood cats, and so anytime my door's open, they always anticipate food. So hey, Sugar Wooger, I may have to pause this and get him some food. I'll be right back, you guys. All right, you know, we have to take care of well, we don't, but I do take care of the neighborhood cats because it is freezing cold outside. I don't know why I'm talking low now. Yeah, so that's my part. I just put some food in a bowl for them to make sure that they're getting some type of food. So, but let's get back to this. So, an article that I'm reading. Oh, I do have an article that I'm reading. Now, this is part of the Brain Rot Challenge, and okay, let's get to that. Oh man, I forgot this book too. I didn't even know I had this on here. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna pause this one more time. I promise you guys, this may be the last time I pause it, but I can't completely promise it because this video I am just not doing on the fly. I knew I wanted to do it. I just didn't know when because I just knew that I needed to get this out, this information out. So, okay. So we went over our rollover TBR. So if you see my challenges for 2026, I also let you guys know that I was going to do the brain rot challenge and then the presidential reads. I don't think I mentioned the brain rot challenge, but I do have an article for that. So my presidential read for Black History Month is, of course, Barack Obama, A Promised Land. He is currently working on part 2 of his book. I don't know when it's coming out, but I hope it comes out this year. I just have an eerie feeling that it may come out later this year or early next year, but we'll see. I'm going to do a reread on this for Black History Month, and so that is part of one of my presidential challenges. It's not a challenge that I'm kind of like hyper focused on. My goal is to read a minimum of 6 books of various presidents of the United States. And so, since he was the only black president, or identified as a black president, because I'm looking at the one drop rule, yeah, I'm going to start reading this book this month. I don't know when I'm going to finish. I'll probably finish this month. I probably won't, depending on, because I have some pretty heavy reads that I'm actually engaging in. So I am going to start that this month. And because it's a reread, it won't put a lot of, well, I'm not going to say that. I want to annotate it this time. I do. Okay. So let's go for the next one. The next one is an article that I selected for my brain rot challenge. And I will link that video below. This is not anything that I thought of, but this is something that I was doing in the first place. So I was pleasantly surprised when the YouTuber on the channel, This Story Ain't Over, and please forgive me, I forgot her name, but she has this wonderful brain rot challenge that she is actively doing on her channel, where she is challenging readers, people in general, to critically think about the media they're consuming and to, you know, diversify their reads in terms of genre, in terms of authors, in terms of platforms. And what I mean by platform, whether it's a movie, whether it's, you know, a book, whether you're listening to audio, whether it's articles, magazines, which is weird because the beginning of last year, I did not start off reading any books. I was consuming just magazines, and I didn't want to post anything about that because I did eventually, but originally I didn't, because in this bookish community, sometimes we don't consider magazines as, you know, like we don't, not consider, because we do consider it, but it is just not one of those topics that's widely spoken about. And so I consumed a lot of magazines at the beginning of the year. I love me a good magazine, you guys. I just love a good magazine. So I will be doing a video on that too, of the recent magazines that I have acquired. So I'll be sharing that. But getting back to this article, my article for February is Slave Patrols, Pack of Negro Dogs, and the Policing of Black Communities. This was an article, I've had this article for a while. I have a slew of these articles, you guys, on subjects that I am mostly interested in. And if I can find the link to this, I will definitely link this below. But I've had this article for years. I have tons of articles, like I said, like this, on various topics pertaining to Black lives and globally. So this is the article. Now, the challenge says 1 article a month, but more than likely, I will probably read about 3, because I have 2 more right here, and I don't want to speak about them because I don't know if I'm going to read them or not, but for sure, to meet the requirements of the challenge that I'm participating in, I do want to read that one. And so those are all of my challenges I have for February. So let's get into swapping out books we have for our February TBR. So I'm going to take out books that was on my TBR, and I'm going to determine if I need them or if I'm going to put them back. Lisa Nicholson, Abundance Now. Good book. I'm not quite finished with it, although I felt like a lot of stuff that they're talking about is repetitious. Ooh. Kennedy Ryan, This Could Be Us. I could never remember the title of this book, only because they mentioned This Could Be Us once in the book. Like, seriously. Yeah. The next one is Jaws. I started this like maybe a couple of days before the year ended, but I finished it in January, so it's a completion for January. All right. I'm not even going to talk about this Pilates book. This is something that I'm trying, and it's actually pretty good. If you think you know how to do Pilates, try. And I do have a couple of books here that I honestly cannot share because they are part of a project. But you do know about this one because I think I shared it with you guys. This one is not a Long Walk to Freedom, but Nelson Mandela, a biography by Martin Meredith. Pretty good so far. That will go back to my TBR. Another book that I'm working on a project on. Another book, The Slave Cause. I did make some leeway in this for January, and so I want to focus a little bit more on reading this month, including Frontiers. I want to commit a little bit more time reading those this month. Black Leopard, Red Wolf, Marlon James. I did not get to this book, you guys. I did not. So, am I going to put that back on my TBR? We'll see. Let's see what our TBR is looking like for February. Now, if you want to know all the books I have on my TBR for February, I encourage you to go back and look at the video. But I just want to stuff my basket. This is what I call my TBR basket. It is small enough, and I know that once this basket is full, I don't need to put anything else in there, and it has helped me a lot. So, one more book I did not finish in January, and I am going to put this back in my TBR basket, is When Crack Was King. I read this book before. I do want to annotate it, and so it depends on my reading. I may do a mixed media just to get through it. And what I mean by, well, you all know what a mixed media is. So I do want to annotate it. Yeah, so it's going back on my list. So let's look at what we have, because I do have some goodies, but let me see if I can find them. All right, so I'm going to share what the books I have so far. A couple of the books I will not be able to show because they are part of my 26 of 2026 Black History Regs, and I'm recording this video before I record that video. But what I will do is I will mention it that it's on my TBR. That's how we're going to do that, because we're not getting ready to move that stack. It's heavy, you guys. So let's go back. So if we recall, we had Born in Blackness by Howard L. French, and then we had A Sky Full of Elephants. You guys, I'm getting ready to start reading that one actually after I record that video. Unfortunately, I put it under a stack of books, and yeah, I can't move the stack of books until I do the video, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that video so I can get it out the way. The next one is Can't Get Enough. So do we have that one? We should. Okay, here we go. This is the last of the series for Kennedy Ryan, and so I'm going to put that in my TBR basket. The next one is The Known World. Okay, we're going to put that in my basket as well. And then we have, I should have my basket sitting up a little higher so you all can see it. Would that be helpful? Let me see if I can work this out. Now, I don't know if I did a successful job, but this is the basket right here, you guys. And so I will be placing it in a basket as I tell you guys, as I fill my basket up. So the next one on my TBR, Harlem Renaissance. It doesn't have the cover, but let me slide this in here so y'all can see it right quick. I am reading the second book, which I have not started yet, so I'm going to have to look at this title. It's called Black No More, Not Without Laughter. After reading that for a second time, I really love the language. How Langston Hughes really, he did a great job in colorful expressions of the black dialect of that time. But anyway, yeah. So, Not Without Laughter. Let me take this. I have to take this jacket off because, yeah. Only here, you guys, you all will see the real messy truth. Okay. The next one is Uncomfortable Conversations with a Black Boy, Emmanuel Ocho. I did read the introduction to this, and so this one right here I'll probably finish and get through this one tonight because this is a young reader's book. He does have one on the same subject for men, and so I may delve into that later on this year. It's not on my TBR, but I want to do a comparison. But so far, it's good. I like it. I probably, because this is not like a hard read, I will probably just fulfill like one chapter per day. How many chapters is this? The introduction was pretty. It's pretty fair. So there are about 13 chapters, and then at the end of the book, it has recommendations, and then quick talk. Let's see what the quick talk is about. Because the quick talk is something I can probably share with you guys, that we can have with our young people. What I've been going around doing is telling every young person to vote. And I know it sounds funny, but I don't think a lot of young people, and I'm not going to say young people, forgive me. We are not in those times where we have the privilege to not sit out. We just don't. And this is a binary choice. I'm just saying. Quick talks. Okay. Lexicon terms. He talks about that. Okay. Black names. Okay. So yeah, this is on my TBR. It's turning out to be a decent read so far. So I'll keep you guys abreast on that. Of course, the Freedom Rides that I had. I have not started this one yet. And then I actually just started this one. I think I got something in here. Probably need to put something in here to cement this page. Blacks in the City. I did start this one. Pretty good so far. I am annotating it. I don't know how much I'm going to annotate it because I don't know if I just want to do like a straight read through and be done with it, but we'll see. So I'm going to put that in my basket. Now the other ones that I did not finish that I'm going to put back in my basket is When Crack Was King. I'm going to put that back in my basket because I do want to read that one, you guys. And then I think I want to put in my basket Black Leopard, Red Wolf. I will say this. I don't think this is on my 25 or 2025. So if I don't finish this, I'm going to give it a couple of more rounds. If I don't finish it, I think it's just not the time for me to finish it. But I will finish it eventually. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to come back with a video talking about the books I did read because I do want to stay under this. I want to stay close to the 30-minute mark. Slave Auction. The slave cause, a slave auction. They're trying to have a slave auction. Mandela biography. I'm going to put that back in my basket. And of course, my Pilates. You guys, I've been doing like my Pilates every morning. I'll let you know if it's helping me. Lisa Nicholson, Abundance Now. I am almost done with this book. So of course she goes back into the basket. Um, other books that I'm missing. I will start my reading or my reread of A Promised Land. I'm going to put that in my basket. Just for sake of time, I just want to get these out. Aftershock by Nadia Awasu, a memoir. I want to try to get to this month. And The Barn by Wright Thomas. This is a rollover read as well as Delicate Condition, which I do not have in my possession right now at this point. And then last but not least, Combi. So that's what's in my basket this month. And so stay tuned as we peel through these books. I share with you guys the book that I did finish. And so stay tuned for my reading wrap up. Until then, bye bye.